Well, good evening to you. Hope you're all right. Let's say good evening to a few people. We've got Barry, Bob, Colin, Lynn, and Richard in the room. Tonight we'll go over the new inner circle, well, not the inner circle, the new members area for DFY Magic Themes, just to make sure everyone's in the right place. And we've gone and created a super new item inside of there, which we'll go over in a minute or two. Well, hello, good evening, and welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful time wherever you are around the world. How you doing, Robert?
Doing fantastic. I had my volume turned up too loud.
Did it make you jump out your skin?
It was shaking my head.
It's to wake you up. It's that Friday feeling again, you see.
Love the music. I just had it way too loud. So you were screaming at me, saying hello to everybody.
I don't know if I was that loud, but
no, you weren't, but my headset was.
Oh, okay. That's quite funny.
I hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah. All good to see you. So tonight we're going to show the members area that you should be in. We're frantically moving stuff over. Those that have the magic ranker will be moving that over to the new members area, hopefully in the next week as well. And then we're going to start upgrading to version 2 as well next month. I'm planning on recording some new stuff for version 2 of the magic ranker with a faster way of doing some stuff, which will be super exciting for everyone. Anyone who's already got the magic ranker will get version 2 for free. We will upgrade you on that. What else is there, Robert?
Well, I'm gonna say this up front here because it's our DFY Inner Circle members, right? And the people that are taking actions are the ones that bring up the things that are needed, or anything that's unclear. If we get a support ticket about something, we dig into what that support ticket's about. What did we miss, or what else is needed to make it simpler or easier? So this week, one of our valued members also said something about, what about a checklist? And absolutely, we've done checklists. We've done checklists until we're green in the face, but they're constantly changing, and you're constantly having to update them. That's the hard part about checklists. So we spent the time, and we built another one. This time we put it on a Google Drive doc or a Google Doc so that we can update it, and you guys can just go to that link and use it for your own ease of use, so to speak.
Absolutely.
We hope it helps. And at the same time, in building that checklist, we found a couple of things that we're going to expand on in the future as well.
So this is the members area that everyone should be going to. We will be updating the original members.dfymagicthemes.com link to come here in the very hopefully the beginning of next week. We're aiming to do that, and then we're going to move the magic ranker over as well. Been lots to do in here, lots to add, but we're going to show you where this checklist is. So when you come in, anyone, by the way, if you go into your members area and it's got buy now for the inner circle, we know who you are. We've got to go through everyone's names to tick the box. So it will eventually say start instead of buy now. You don't have to buy the inner circle if you're already a member of the inner circle. All right. So
but you can if you want to.
So anyway, we're going to hit start on the build rank rent system, and you've got obviously the support desk link is in there. We've got the checklist, which I'm going to show you in a moment. We've got the hosting setup for those that have got our hosting. We've got the agency website install. Then you've got the magic code builder, social media setup. We've got the new SEO section, which we're adding more and more to all the time. How to rent your sites. We'll be adding more content in here soon on finding clientele. There's already some content in there. Location builder, how to rank your site, which we can do afterwards once you've gone through the part of finding people to rent your site to. And we'll be adding more and more podcasts and video bits and pieces in here as we go along. Eventually, that'll just change to DFY podcast, because I think Robert might be doing some stuff as well in the near future. So
as little as possible. No. Here's the reality: is that members area, as simplistic as it looks, is complete, and it's a lot of effort and time and thinking about, what should they do first? What should they have first? What, should you put the chicken before the egg, or the egg before the chicken, or all these things that come up. And if you follow this, that's why it's start here and go through this. And now you have, well, you're going to show the checklist, but you're going to have a checklist at the same time that goes with the members area training. And I don't care if you've been doing this for a very, very long time or a few days, go through these videos. It's literally a few hours of your time, and you're going to pick up things and see things that maybe you didn't have before, or you missed before.
Yeah.
So,
and it's really important as well to state, if you're following the training, follow the order of the training. Don't try and jump ahead, because if you try and jump ahead with some things, sometimes it can break the site. It can not, do things right. But a good example would be fill your business information in the Magic Code Builder. All right, before you generate the location pages. The location pages can always be done last of all. It's getting a site up and running is the key to this. It's taking action to have something you can offer somebody. But
it's also giving the time that we put it in the order that we would like you to do it. Again, we're never going to tell you how to run your business or what to do. That's not our place. We're going to tell you that we did this in the order that we're going to do it every time we build. But at the end of the day, we're doing things in a sequential area, or a sequential way, to tell Google this site is new, this site is being built, this site is relevant with citations, this site is here, and then we're adding it to the Google Search Console. So when they go out and look, all these things are already there. We're not trying to trick or do black hat things. We're trying to do everything that Google wants to make it rank and get indexed faster. That's the reality. So if you follow this, and some people are going to want to get on the phone and start renting right away. Some people are not. But at the end of the day, it's all part of the process. It's in the checklist, and it's what everybody needs to do. If you want to make this a really successful rank, I'm saying it wrong because I'm so used to the old stuff, but rent and then rank, because we're putting it up, putting everything that we want for Google to get it ready to rank on its own. But at the same time, then we start the renting process of onboarding, and then we come back and actually rank it, because there's magic in between that.
Yeah. To answer your question, Bradley, we've got so many previous videos in Facebook from past meetings that it'd take me days and days to download them, put them up. But what we are planning on doing, we're testing something tonight, a system that will start adding the calls into the inner circle area automatically. So under the Homes tab. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to be enabling this, so you guys will not see buy now. All right, if you got buy now in the minute, it's because I haven't updated your own profile to enable it. Let me just find the right one without buy now.
Steve, you got to pay for it. That's all.
Yeah, but the inside of there, let me go. I've got the window open a minute. Let me get to the right window a minute, and I'll show you it. So I'm inside an account that I was showing. So let me just get to the right account. I'll show you the window. That there. So I hope you guys are liking the new members area. Let me just grab this and bring this over to here. So if I go into the inner circle members area, it's going to have the link to the Facebook group. This is anyone who's going to be joining up in the future, or if you lose you can't find how to get there, that's in there. the link to the weekly calls. If we ever change the link, we'll make an announcement the week before. And you just come in here and grab the new link by clicking on the start button, and you'll be able to click here to join the weekly calls accordingly. So that's that section. And in the same area in there will be the monthly section. So it'll have like next month we're going to add May in there, and then we're going to start adding the calls, these live calls, including the inner circle part, into there for you guys. And the only reason we haven't done it in the past is because the time involved with rendering a video and uploading it to Spotlighter, which we use for all our videos, takes hours. And the thing is that can be time better spent on me doing training for you guys, adding more content and other things like that. But we think we found an easier way to automate this, and we're going to test it tonight. And if it works, I'll put in the April's box, and it'll only have obviously tonight's video in for April. Wait. And then moving forward after that, we'll keep adding them. Any chance you can make the URL for the members area easy to remember? Yeah, we are going to be changing it. As of Monday, I'll be updating the link, and you'll just go to members.dfymagicthemes.com. It currently goes to the old members area, and on Monday I'll be updating it. And those that still want access to the Magic Ranker, you can get to it through Thrivecart, or if you need the link, you can message us, and we'll give you the link to the old members area for the minute until we get it moved over. So yes, members.dfymagicthemes.com. So that link will change tomorrow, on Monday, and after that, when you go to that, it will bring you to this members area, not the old one.
One more thing I'm going to say, we can go back in time. We could go back a year from now, and I can guarantee you that most of the stuff that we were talking about a year ago has changed. So looking at older videos sometimes is going to confuse you more than where we are now. Because the older videos a year ago, we were still talking about X fields and MPP a lot more than we are now. Because all of that was going on back then, we were having difficulties with the MPP plugin with the shortcodes. And we were constantly having to change things and fix things. But now that we have the MCP, and Stephen, I'm not even going to tell you about it, but this will be another future call. We learned stuff about the MCP in the last couple of days that just blew our minds away on what it can do. It's an awesome little thing that I never thought it would be able to do on its own, and it just worked. So that's a little teaser. But the reality is, go forward. Don't go backwards. Let's go forward with how we build. Let's go forward with how we put the BRR together.
So let's show you the checklist. You come into the checklist training area, and in here's a video on how to actually get your hands on it. But nice and easy. You click on this link here for the checklist, and it'll load up in here. And the first thing you want to do is in your own Google account is go File, Make Copy, label it whatever you want to call it. And click Make Copy. And then after that, as you go through this, right, and this is all in the training video, the cool thing is if on a Monday, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're on the right month. All right, so you click it, you double click in here, and you make sure that each month you want to create a new copy of this. All right, depending when you're starting, obviously. So make sure you select the first day of the month in here, and then automatically this updates properly. And then let's say that Saturday and Sunday you don't work, so you can untick at the top here Saturday and Sunday, and then it's literally going through this checklist as you go along. So let's just say on the first day in question, I've gone and set up my domain and DNS, so I come across and I tick the box. And then on Tuesday, I've gone and decided I'm going to add add a domain name to my hosting. Then on Wednesday, I've gone and added the SSO. I know I'm showing the slow way of doing this. Most of you would do this in a day, most likely. But
that's okay, but it's giving you the checklist and a way to look at, did you do it or did you not do it the next time you came back in?
Yeah.
And it's almost too detailed. But in reality, I would rather it be the way that it is
Yeah.
than have it where you're wondering if there's a step in between.
And so you just work your way through until it's all ticked on the things you've done. And then at the bottom here, you can, there's a little error there because I know it's 27 steps. We have to correct that. But you can update it yourself. And so in here, you got the 30-day challenge. So when you've done the full challenge, you can tick the box to say I've done it. Week 1, I've completed those goals. Week 2, I've completed those goals. You just work your way through accordingly. And that's the idea behind the checklist. Thank you, Sarah. Much better than the old checklist. Yeah, and it gives you an idea of where you're at, how you're getting on. And if any of these, we've been through the steps a few times, myself and Robert, we don't think we've missed anything. But if you pick up on something that's being missed, we're only human, raise a support ticket and go, well, actually, I don't understand this. Because as people tell us things are missing at any time, inside the members area, we can come back in and add more content inside here. So if there's a section, there's something missing in here inside, let's say setting up your hosting, there's one step missing, I can come back in and add another video if we get enough people bringing this up, you know.
And that's what we will be doing. I mean, I noticed something in that I want to do something and train on that isn't there yet, but it's more of an advanced way to look at things, and those are all going to come in play. We've been at this for a while, and we've been upfront that there's a lot to get done, but it's all coming together so that you guys can go through this. Literally, I went through every video, and I think I did it within 3 or 4 hours. They're short, they're quick, they're to the point. They're not full of fluff and full of crap. They're just do this, go through here, and do that. And now you have the checklist to follow it.
And also I was going to say, anyone who is needing to use a license in any of our products, if you haven't got the 50 site license deal, all of these come with a single site license anyway. So when you go into one of these, the license tab is up there now on the top, and it's the same as then if you've used all your single licenses up, you can come down to, if depending on what plan you've got, the 50 site license deal, and you come into here and then you click on the license tab there, and then you can generate more licenses inside the license tab. I won't go into it because it's going to show, I know it's going to show a license. And
but
I don't want to
at the end of the day,
canceling
remember,
that one.
We took all that time to have that licensing added for you guys and ourselves, but for you guys really, so that you can control your licenses. So for that, when you have clientele that are stop paying you for whatever reason, you shut the license off. Will it take away everything that they own? No, but it'll take away the content that you added through your shortcodes.
Yeah. So that's the new members there. We're going to stop sharing for the moment, and it's nice to have the comments coming in. We're always trying to think of things to make things life easier on you guys, like advanced training. We'll be adding some more advanced training in there in the future for the inner circle members and stuff like that. And, you know, so there's all sorts of stuff coming up. And we always try and be fair to people the best we can with what we do. We try and give you as much value as possible. I know people who've gotten on the lifer deals by far had the best value ever for what we've been doing. What's wrong with your camera, Lynn? I don't know. What is wrong with your cameras? You're on the wrong camera.
Did you fall off the desk again, Len?
Have you got 2 cameras, Lynn?
I haven't done anything to my camera. I just noticed I can't see me.
Because it looks like to us it's videoing a table or something. Has your camera fallen off?
My camera's part of my Mac.
Have you got 2 cameras?
Maybe you're in reverse for you.
No, I've never touched the camera. I don't even know where it is.
on the if you hover over Zoom, at the bottom it says stop video, and there's a little up arrow, and you can select your cameras, because it looks like you're on a different camera. A bit strange, isn't it?
Oh,
hey,
thanks.
you must have 2 cameras then?
No, it said iPhone 7 or something. I haven't got an iPhone 7, so it must have linked to something.
Broadcasting from two places at once.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
that's good.
A good question, Bob. I named that at the bottom of the sheet because I gave a thought of, for people that won't create their own goals or challenges, I thought, we're going to put a 30-day. I thought it was going to be 30 steps, the way that it was going. So it's 27 steps. Can you get it done in 30 days? You can get it done in way less time than that. You can do the first half of all those 27 steps in a few hours. But it's that step-by-step process for somebody that's never been through it that can check it off. And if it takes them a week, that's great. But the goals at the bottom are for you guys. Create your own goals. Create your own time frame. Put a date on it. Sign it. Put it in front of yourself that you're going to do so much per week on the days that you can work. All those boxes and checks are not to make it look complicated. They're to say, I can work Saturday and Sunday, and that's it every week. And the other 5 days don't matter. So turn them on, turn them off, whatever you want to do. It's your sheet. And on the right side, you can take notes. You can have additional website domain names or other notes of things that you're already working on. It's just another way to try to help. Another way to try to help you organize yourself in a way while you're going through the training. And at the end of the day, the videos in the members area, go through them, listen to them, then go through them and do it. However you want to work it. But it's either way, either go through it, do it, or go through it, listen to all of it, and then come back and go through it. But we put them in a chronological order to get you built, to get you indexed, and then to go after clientele, do the onboarding, and we have a lot more that we can add to that we haven't done yet. And then at the end of the day, the real ranking comes in with the extra tools that we can push the sites with. In many cases, you won't need to, but we're going to do it anyways because it doesn't hurt to make sure that you cement your sites in page 1 positions for your areas. But that's, looking at all these things, we're trying to make it simplistic, fast, and get it done. Those steps, like I said, shouldn't take a month to do. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, but it's just not that hard.
Yeah.
Even if you've never done it before, as long as you're being told what to do, how to do, and what buttons to push, that's what it's here for. The real effort is building the dang sites, making sure all the short codes are in the right places, make sure the sites are linking, make sure the pages in the background are linked correctly throughout the whole site. That's what we've done for you from the beginning with Done For You Magic Themes. That's what they're for, to take all that hard work out of your way, to upload a file and restore it. It sounds so complicated, but that is so simple compared to going from a white sheet of paper and trying to write a novel with no idea what you're going to write about. That's what we've done. That's what the website theme is for. It's for that instant upload, and then spend some time and build your brand and build your business, which is going to rank your website. And we say, go with the agency site first. Why? Because when that's ranking, it's bringing you business. It's part of the future onboarding that you haven't done yet. So all of those things we've thought about, and we keep pushing ourselves to make it as simple as we can for you guys. That's what we try to do. And believe me, it's a lot of effort sometimes to think about what can really work for all of you. And we know that this works. We know what we're going to do with these sites. And if you follow the steps and you come in here weekly, for me, it works. I love the Friday calls because they juice me up for the next week. Stephen, no, I haven't been sleeping. I'm just, I don't know what's going on in my head, but I wake up 2, 3 in the morning every day. and I come into work for a few hours and I go back to bed. I'm just like, I can't sleep because I'm thinking about stuff that I want to get done. And I'm pushing myself to get certain things done. And that schedule for me stops me from sleeping. So I get up, I work a few hours, and Steve will send me a message. Are you up in the middle of the night again? And yep.
Normally 7 a.m. for me, which is like 2 a.m. for you.
Right.
You know, but the thing, sometimes I'm the same. You know, sometimes I'll wake up in the night. I'm wide awake, and rather than lie in bed just staring at the ceiling for hours,
Exactly.
I'll just get up and work for a few hours. And you know, this is the what you call the laptop lifestyle. It's working the hours you want to work rather than being 9 to 5 in a job that you have to turn up for on time. If you're late, you might get fired, or if you know you've got a boss shouting in your ear. You know, when you work for yourself, apart from the one thing in this online internet world is you can be very lonely when you're working for yourself. That's why we do what we do with this group. That's why we try and be available for people, you know, and we always talk about, you know, get yourself an accountability partner within the group, but that note in the inner circle group and go, I'm after accountability partner, please. You know, that's the key to this. You know, and like, I mean, something else I wanted to touch on, Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. UK time, we're going to start the video boot camp. Those those that already signed up, go to the members area, the which we've shown tonight, and the boot camp items in there. Go in there, and there's an option to sign up for the Zoom call in there, and I'll be sending out an email tomorrow to everyone on the email list for that as well, to make sure that you get signed up. The video training will be added after we've done the live call. So if you can't make the live call, don't worry. All the training is going to be added in there. Week 1 is going over the standard setup, and then week 2 is all the advanced stuff for the ranking part. And so we're going to do week 1 this Tuesday, week 2 the following Tuesday, and so we can move forward there. If you haven't joined yet, you can go to dfymagicthemes.com/bootcamp 2023. That's bootcamp 2023, and sign up there if you haven't already. It's going to be really good. Some of the information which we're adding, but it's going to be very exciting. And I said, if you can't make it on the live call, don't worry. All the videos will be put into bite size inside of the boot camp area, so you can watch them at your own leisure. So,
and Lori, spot on with that. It makes you accountable. It's you checking the boxes. So if you're not putting any ones on the right, then it's your fault that you're not moving forward. It's not only an accountability partner, it's an aid to tell you, I'm either being lazy, and we all know we either are, or we're doing the right things, or we aren't, and we all know it. But when you look at the list and you go by month, and you know, it's a Google Doc, it's a Word doc. If you guys want to create extra lines in between, if you guys want to add to that, it's your sheet. You just go to all the way over to the row, the number of the row, you right click it, and you insert below or insert above, and you create another line. So if there's something not in that sheet that you think would help you, you can add it to your sheet, or you can suggest it to the group, and we can all say, yeah, it makes sense, it doesn't make sense, whatever. But it's your sheet. Make a copy. Just have a master of the beginning where you are. Make a copy of for each month that you're going to be using it. Make a new one every month. I wouldn't say make a year's worth of progress chart. I would just make one at a time as you need it, because if you change it or add things or find something works better or something in there that you just don't need, you can delete that line item. But everything's there to start with. So yes, Lori, absolutely. It's a checklist to keep you on track, but it's also a goal and progress sheet for you to think, what am I doing? What am I going to get done this week? What am I going to get done this month? And, you know, I think a week's time can build an agency site and have a lot done. It won't be 100%, but 30 days, if you can't build the agency site, which putting the file up is, you guys know, it's a 10-minute process to put up a restore file and then start adding in the changes that you need for your business. It doesn't take that long. So giving it 30 days, I think is more than fair for somebody that has never done this before. And we started from purchasing a domain name because we don't want to leave out the steps. Is that going to be 100% correct for everybody out there? No, because people are going to buy domain names from different places, from different registrars. You know, there's hundreds of different places that you can buy domain names from. But our recommendation, or my recommendation, has always been choose one and stay with one. If you start buying domain names from this place and that place and the other place, I guarantee you're going to lose track and you're going to lose a domain name that's going to expire and you're going to forget to renew it at some point. So if you have all your domain names in one place, we're not saying it's mandatory to host with us. But to be honest, for me to say that I would look at this and not host, having Stephen Brocklehurst be able to help me with my site whenever I needed it, that's foolish. That would be me, because I used to go to hosting companies and ask them to help me. And I would pick a hosting company. This is years ago because I didn't know what I was doing. I would pick a hosting company that offered support, that would pick up the phone that I could talk to. I can't do a chat because I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what you don't know. And when they're asking you questions that you can't even answer the questions, how are they going to help you in hosting? So to have Done For You Magic Themes hosting with Steven behind it, and I do a little bit, and you know, Greg is in there, but the reality is right now, because of things that have happened in the hosting side, it's so important to have that support. It's so important to have somebody come in and say, yeah, you know, somebody turned in a ticket today and they had an issue with images, and it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, what happened? And is it a hosting problem? Is it a build problem? Is it a plugin problem? There's so many things that can go wrong so fast when we don't know what we're doing. Or it's simply just a caching issue. And, you know, the answer is when somebody can look at it and tell you it's this, it makes it so much easier because you got an answer.
Fix it for you.
And fix it. You know, I mean,
yeah. If that had been on another host, hosting company,
you wouldn't even be able to ask.
You know, it's so much harder for us to be able to go in and have a look at something, and it could have been a number of things. You know, we while we try and help where we can, one of my own customers has hosting with GoDaddy, and he had a major problem on there. And I turned around and said, I can't touch it because you're on GoDaddy. He went to GoDaddy support. They didn't help him. And he came back really frustrated. And I said, look, can I give you some friendly advice? Let's back your site up and move it to our hosting. You pay me for hosting instead of GoDaddy, and we can look after you. And he went, fine. We moved it over. All the problems went instantly for his site. It isn't even a DFY site. There's a WordPress site. We moved it over. He changed the name servers. All his issues were gone instantly. We don't know what was going on GoDaddy servers at the time or what was causing it, but it sorted it. And he now knows he can raise a support ticket with us if he has any issues, and I'll go and have a look because I have more control in the back office to have a look at these things compared to GoDaddy, where you go, well, here's my cPanel access, you know, and I'll be going, well, it could be a number of things. So we won't touch other people's hosting when it comes to the cPanel. We'll have a quick look at your WordPress for you, but that's as far as it goes, you know, because we can't guarantee those things, you know, and we always like to try and look after people. So
well, I think everybody on this call would say that they haven't had an issue with a support ticket. They haven't had an issue with getting help with stuff that the gremlins decided to go in and change on their site that they didn't do, or we didn't do, or it just happened.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this go forward. It's the bumps in the road, the blockades that stop you from moving forward, because when you can't get an answer, now you're stuck. And then you're going to spend a day, 3 days, a week, a month, and you can't go forward because you can't fix what you don't know. It's these things that stop so many people, and to the point that they give up.
And just to say, Lynn, I'll fix that. Anyone trying to go to the boot camp at the moment, the link just goes to a Zoom link. I must have put the wrong link in. I'll fix that tomorrow for everyone. And you can head in there. So, you know, and Laurie's saying stellar support as always. You know, there's 3 of us in total, and at times things do get busy. Life gets in the way sometimes. If we ever overlook you, raise a support ticket and say, oh, this needed to be sorted, and you've overlooked it, we will always do our best to look after you guys, and we always try and give the best value possible. So so that's what we always aim to do. All right. Let's just think if there's anything else we need to go. But I think we're going to say goodbye to the free groups, and then carry on the inner circle, Robert.
Perfect. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and you know, I like to kind of in the free portion, because people that don't know us, people that don't understand, there's so many things out there that you can buy that look great, that look simple. These are salesmen. They know how to sell stuff, and you're going to buy it, and you're going to buy the next one, and you're going to buy the next one, and you're going to buy the next one, because you think they're all going to work. And if they're not supported, if they're not trusted, if they're not online entrepreneurs that have really been at this for a while, in many cases you're throwing your money away.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to tell you not to do that, but I can tell you most 99% of the people that are watching this video have bought something that never did anything for them except take the money out of their wallet. I mean, I know I've spent thousands buying things that I thought was the answer, was the end of my journey. It was going to take care of everything, when at the end of the day, it wasn't worth, you know, a percentage of what I paid for it. But follow your dream. Don't get involved in stuff that is not your passion and that you're not interested in. Even though they promise you're going to be a millionaire by 12 o'clock tomorrow because this is the internet, I don't care. It's going to be in you. It's going to be in your passion and in your genetics that this is what you want to do. This is what you want to be a part of. And when you get excited about it and you want to work at it, it's the work. It's putting your effort into something and staying with it. That consistency of the A to B, the shortest distance to any goal is direct. So start taking action of what you want to do, your passion, and that's what you work on.
Also, just to say, we are working on, I'm currently working on another product which is going to be super exciting. We're aiming to put together a DFY Magic Themes build, where you can build affiliate websites very, very quickly, like Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. And so Inner Circle members will always get the best possible deal ever, and anyone outside that will pay the any normal pricing. So that's what we're aiming to.
I'm going to have to send Lori some money because she's just awesome.
She just said I was about to stop trying until I joined DFY Inner Circle. Look at me now. And that's how much the Inner Circle has helped me. And we know, Laurie, you've had amazing wins. Just before we let me bring Laurie up a minute and add her to the spotlight. because we know you've had some great wins at the moment. You're welcome to unmute. We can't hear you for some reason. Have you got your? You might not have the right mic. Oh, there we are.
There you go.
See, still a work in progress.
But we're so pleased that you're doing so well, and you've got wins and clients coming on board, and and have you found in the past other courses you've been on and other training that you haven't been able to get to where you are now?
Oh, tons. I mean, because it's like you said, they're salesmen, Robert, and they sell you a great, shiny object, and we all fall for it. We've all been there, and we try to make it work, and it just didn't. And it's so frustrating because I know the answers are out there, but I just don't know how to get them, right? You don't know what you don't know. And by chance, Stephen pulled me out of another group on Facebook, and I actually do this and I enjoy it. It's like, I'm like, Robert, I'm sleeping. I can't sleep because I'm thinking about things, though I don't get up, Robert. But it's just amazing. It actually made it fun. You made it fun again for me. I enjoy it.
That's when you ignite your passion and you're getting fun and you're making progress, and after a while you're doing all the right things by people. It's human nature to say, I gotta make money, I gotta make money, I gotta make money. And we buy the things because they promise we're gonna make money. And at the end of the day, when it doesn't hook up together, all we did is it cost us more money and dug us ourselves into a financial hole a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. And at some point, it's like, I can almost call it like an addiction to gambling, of buying these things, because you just can't stop.
Right.
You know when I stopped really buying things, I'm not saying I stopped completely, but I stopped buying things when I partnered with Stephen.
Mm.
That's when I really stopped buying things.
I told him to stop buying things.
He not only told me, but I had no reason to.
Right.
Because we had so many things to do and so many projects to work on. And it's just been not only fun, a whirlwind. When we say work, we're working, but it's just a great activity. It's something that you just want to get accomplished. And when me personally, and I know Stephen too, when I hear from you, Lori, and you say, I got this done, I would have never been able to do that. I would have never seen this. This would have never happened. That just is like the spark that tells me we're doing the right things. Not everybody out there in the world is ever going to be part of Done For You Magic Teams, but the people that find us and the people that take action and go forward. And we have many other people in on this call. Same thing. That puts, like, I know I'm doing the right things in my heart. It makes me drive harder to find even better ways to serve. And there's so many people out there. You just keep serving and serving and serving. Well, you want to serve and make a difference. You want your time and your effort to mean something to someone that wouldn't have had that before. And that's really like a key moment for the inner circle. And we're talking about the inner circle all the time. How do you explain the inner circle and what it does for people?
Right.
Just the opportunity to come in on a call, ask questions, get that little bit of support or nudge or kick in the butt or whatever it takes to get to that next step or get past that thing that's stopping you. That's what the inner circle does. And then when we have just an awesome group of like-minded people that share their golden nuggets weekly, things come up that the internet is moving so fast. We can't keep up with all the things that happen. And when everybody's watching different things from different sources, and we come together and say, this is working, that's not working, but that's gold. That stops so many people from the rabbit holes that are just going to take more money and take them off track. So
Right.
I appreciate you, Lori. I appreciate everybody in the inner circle. And I don't say that enough. But at the end of the day, it's why do we do what we do? Because it helps you guys and you guys help us. And we're still growing that fire community.
Yeah, yeah. The inner circle is so important because as we're going through the training, if there is something you're confused about, come onto the inner circle and you get just that little bit of more information that makes you go, oh, that's how you do it. That's what it meant. And now you're a step more, farther on your checklist than you were yesterday, and you learn every day. It's an incredible group.
And also you get the golden nuggets,
Yes.
which there might be one or two in a minute. We're going to say goodbye to the free groups because we've stayed on longer than normal. So I'm going to play the jingle.
Thank you, Lori.
And we'll come back into the inner circle after this.